Hi guys, it's Jen from Younique. I am getting ready for my day and I figured I would do a video. Many of you have been asking, what do I need, Jen? I don't want to look like I'm made up every day, but I want to feel a little bit more finished. I'm getting out of my gym clothes. I want to get out the door quickly, so here it is. So this should take about 5 to 7 minutes. Everybody should have 5 to 7 minutes a day for themselves to make them feel good and look beautiful. So I'm going to go through what I do on my daily routine. So far, all I've done, if you can see, I'm totally barefaced with some dark circles and some red spots and some freckles everywhere. But I've moisturized with our Divine Moisturizer. I've used our Glorious Primer, which is, by the way, glorious. It is the most amazing product, besides maybe the mascara. But it keeps your makeup on all day, which is really important in the summertime through sweat. You don't have to reapply throughout the day. It keeps everything looking exactly like it did in the morning when you got ready. So you can feel good about using that product. So that's all I've done so far. Right now I'm going to do my base coat. So I love our BB creams. I think that they're light enough. I don't like heavy foundations on my skin, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Bisque BB cream. It comes in a tube like this. This is the Bisque color. Because I've had some sun so far this spring, this is what I'm just going to put under my eyes, kind of to lighten up that area. Put a little bit down below, and then I use the next shade up, which is Honey. It's a little bit darker. So the Honey is what I'm going to use to put everywhere else, because that's more my skin tone. And then I'm going to use our Powder Puff brush, which is super soft, big, and it does a fabulous job just blending everything in together. And like I said, it's very light. You won't even feel like you have anything on your face. Trust me, I don't even like putting sunscreen on my face because I don't like that heavy feeling of having greasy, oily stuff on my face. This has no greasy feeling. It's very light, like I said, but it does a fabulous job, as you can see already. Fabulous job just covering up all of those blemishes that you may also have, like me. So it creates. Already you can see very quickly that it has already improved my complexion by evening it out. Now sometimes if my dark circles are really a little bit yucky, I will go back and put a little bit of the Bisque back, tapping it, making sure not to rub it in, but tapping it out. It just lightens up this under eye area. Just a little bit. Feel like it does a really good job covering up those dark circles. Again, tapping but not rubbing. If you rub, you're just basically putting it on and rubbing it off. So tapping it, there we go. That's my base coat. You can see the difference already. If I wanted to walk out the door right now, I could just do that, but I'm not gonna stop there. So that's my BB cream. That's the foundation basically. Now, what I'm gonna do today is I'm also going to add a little bit of highlight and contouring. I like to use some people like to do the highlight and contouring like you just saw with the BB cream. I like to use our concealer powders. So I'm going to use Fierce, which is the darkest. You can see it's super dark. It's a concealer, very dark. And I'm going to use use the Powder Puff brush. Very gently tap it in there. Don't get too much. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of the dark. This kind of gives you the appearance of kind of sunken in a little bit cheeks, more cheekbones, more definition. You can always put some on the sides of your nose as well if you want, and up in the corners where I really want. The idea of contouring here is to give yourself the appearance. As you can see, my cheeks just look a little bit more defined. And then the highlight part, obviously I'm going to use Fresh, which is our lightest color, Fresh concealer powder, and I'm going to use our concealer brush. I'm just going to dab a little bit more of this light areas where I want to look a little bit lighter. Now this is not full highlight and contouring, I'm just doing it where I find I want to make the biggest impact. So I'm covering up, making obviously the highlighting part, you want to make those areas lighter, which makes sense, my dark circles. Okay, that's that, super quick. And then of course the color. I like to put a little bit of color on my cheeks. I use our pressed blusher. I use the color Sweet, which is kind of a universal color. It works for most skin tones. This is a blusher brush. It's at an angle. It's very soft again. I just literally take so little. Literally, this will probably last you an entire lifetime. So tap it in there. I'm going to just tap a little bit off. I put it on my apple of my cheek and I just go like that. Apple of my cheek and do that. And then blend it in a little bit to the rest of your face. Apple of my cheek, swish. And just do that. You don't want to go all the way up here. It's that's kind of old style, like 80s. So I just put it on my cheek, apples on my cheek. Gives me a little bit of color. You can see there. Okay, next. So that's the color, that's the foundation. Everything's set there. I'll blend that in a little bit more. It's a little bit much. Next is the eyes. The most important. They are the windows to your soul. So, oops. So next I'm going to do my eyes. The first step I usually do is I usually fill in my eyebrows. I just discovered this trick a couple of months ago, and now I can't leave the house without doing it. It really makes a huge difference. So just watch how easy it is. I use our pigment in Infatuated, our eyeshadow pigment in Infatuated. It's a dark brown. Obviously, if you have lighter hair, you would use a lighter pigment, maybe Beautiful for the blondes out there, and you'll see Beautiful come out in a minute. So I'm gonna use that on my eyes. All right, so that's it. Look at the difference. It's wild, right? It just makes you look a little bit more finished. Your eyes, it really makes your eyes pop. And you can see the huge difference in my eyebrows. Isn't that crazy? And it lasts all day. And it's just, like I said, it's the mineral powder. And it'll come off when you wash your face at night, but it doesn't come off throughout the day because, again, I use the Glorious Primer. Okay, so that's that. Eyebrows are now finished. I mean, it's that simple. Check it. Now, apologize, my eyebrows are a little out of control. I'm trying to grow them out right now, so to make it so I can reshape them a different way, but you get the idea. Okay, next is for real, the eyes. I'm going to use two of our pigments. I'm going to use Sexy, which is our top selling pigment. It's fabulous. It's a nice pearly color. It's kind of, I don't know if you can see. Let's see here. Yeah, pearly pink color. It's great for all skin tones. Very neutral. I just put it on my lid. I like to put some in the corner here because it really brightens up the eye. And as you can see, I'm using, put some up here too to make it a little brighter. I am using, if you see this cool brush, so I used our liner shader brush twice already. So I used the smallest one for my brows, and then I used the other end for my eye pigment. Okay, so I'm using Sexy. Some on this eye, super easy. If I wanted to wet the pigments, you can. The rose water, wetting them with either water or our rose water, which is a fabulous smell. You can. It makes the colors come out, pop more vibrant. So you can. I just do it dry because, again, I'm doing things quickly and I just want to get out the door. But if I were going out at night, I might do that. And then finally, to finish my eyes, see how easy that was? To finish the eye pigments, I'm using Beautiful. This is the one I mentioned for blondes, maybe to use for their eyebrows. I'm going to put it in the crease, and actually I learned a trick. When people say put it in the crease, don't actually put it in the crease. If you put it in the crease, obviously when your eyes are open you can't see it. So you put it just above the crease, and then I put it in the corner here. And it just gives your eye a little bit more dimension. And again, this is Beautiful. If you have a darker eyes, darker skin tone, maybe you would go with Infatuated. It's a little bit darker, a little bit darker shade, but Beautiful works fine for me. Again, because I'm just around the neighborhood with the kids and I don't want to look completely made up. So those are my eyes. That's all finished. And the only thing left to do is, do you have a guess? Okay, the next thing is the mascara. Our 3D mascara, as you know, is my favorite product. It is a game changer. If you have not tried it yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. It truly is such a cool thing. So I'm gonna do, it comes in 2 tubes. One is transplanting gel, which is basically just a normal mascara wand. And I'm gonna do it over here so that you're not looking at my nose the whole time. So you just put it on, just like regular mascara. Nice even coat. You don't want to put too much on at a time because then it has a hard time drying. And then you're gonna take your second wand, which is the the fibers. They're little green tea fibers, 100% natural, made of green tea leaves. And you just add the fibers onto the transplanting gel. You can do both top and bottom. I try to add them just to the outer half of my lashes because if you put them close to your eyeball, I feel it gives it more width instead of length, and I'm going for length really. And I also just don't like things super close to my eyes. So, and then finally you can see I'm using the transplanting gel again. If you forget this phase, this step, ladies, you will end up with the little green tea fibers falling off of your lashes on your cheeks throughout the day because you have not sealed them in place with the second coat transplanting gel. And as you can see, check out the difference. It's pretty drastic, pretty awesome. This is obviously one eye done and the other one is not, okay? And then if you want, you just let that dry. You can work on your other eye if you want. I think I'm gonna just do one eye today. Be the crazy lash lady. Because it really does, people love watching that. So that is what I do throughout the day. I know it took me 11 minutes because I was talking, but it usually takes me about 7 or 8 minutes to finish my whole face, get it done. And as you can see, I'm all done. Now, I'm gonna go crazy today and I'm gonna show you our lip stain. Last step, lip stain. This is Saucy. Again, if you have not tried a lip stain, you should try it. And actually I don't have my applicators because this is my sample and I don't have my applicators with me, but I'm gonna do a Saucy video next. So if you wanna see the lip stain all done, then check the next video out, all right? I hope you guys have a great day. I would love for all of you to try these products because they make you feel good, they make you look good, and they're good for you because they're all natural. So have a super day and we will see you soon.